Oh, I got another question.
What is trash pussy?
Yo.
Like, what? Okay. What
Yes,
makes it trash?
we are here.
So, like, I'm asking
We are
this
live.
question. I'm asking,
We are live on the
because-
director's couch.
All right, I'm asking
What
this
is
question
trash
because
pussy?
Live, quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Roll sound. Sound production, take one.
We ain't got the chairs right now, but as you can see, we on the couch, the director's couch. I'm your host, obviously, GVO. To the right of me, we got.
hey, it's Kay.
To the right of K, we got.
You were supposed to introduce me. I said, can you just introduce me?
He
Okay.
said he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, I already.
that?
See, she's starting off.
This is Chastity.
I'm sorry.
She's starting off
Thank
wrong,
you.
y'all. I already told her I wasn't introducing her.
It's
You
Chastity.
gotta introduce yourself. You gotta let the crowd know who you is. You gotta let the crowd know who you are. They like to know people speak up for themselves.
Okay. Hi, I'm
Like it.
Chastity.
Yeah, this is Chastity, y'all. You want me to introduce Chastity to the world?
It's too late now. She already asked you to do that.
Nah. At this point,
She asked you to do that before. You said,
Yeah, I'm gonna
I ain't doing that.
I'm gonna introduce Chastity
It's gonna
now.
be
Okay, I'm gonna
good.
introduce Chastity now. I'm gonna introduce Chastity and Kay
Thank
at this
you.
point.
Yeah.
So I've known Chastity and Kay about damn near all my life. But well, technically, I should have been in y'all grade, but I was young, so I couldn't be in y'all grade. So the system held me back. Y'all was
Is that what happened? You got held
Y'all was in
back?
kindergarten. I was in pre-kindergarten still. I got held back.
On purpose?
Nah, not on purpose. I was young.
he was
My
young.
birthday doesn't
Right.
meet the requirement.
Right.
Remember how now they do like the requirement?
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. Back then, I didn't meet the requirement, but they still let me.
You was too young to be with us.
Yeah,
You were still
unfortunately.
taller than all of us.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all good though. So damn. Yeah. So I basically known y'all practically all my life
Literally.
since I was, I guess I
A
was
baby.
4. and y'all
Yeah,
was, y'all was 5.
we were young.
Yeah.
We were very, very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all done grew up to be lovely young ladies, lovely mothers.
I thought you was about to say some smart shit.
Yeah.
What you thought I was gonna say?
And that's why I said amazing.
Great mothers, lovely young ladies. What
No.
you was gonna say?
Anything. You could have said anything.
Literally. You could've said,
Literally
"Y'all
anything.
dope
I
as fuck."
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not that bad now.
You alright. We fuck with you.
I might could be. You said what?
I know you.
Yeah, I know me too. Shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Got that.
Nonetheless, though, y'all grew up to be great mothers,
Thank you.
lovely young ladies.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, because y'all both are women and you both are parents, in a sense too. In this day of age, there's a difference between what we seen growing up and then what we're living in growing up.
It is so different.
Elaborate for me, in a sense, because I'm gonna ask you a couple different questions. But elaborate in a sense for me. What does it mean to you being a woman?
Oh, that's hard. That's too deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Because that could be so
not.
many things. Like, can we pick a
It's not hard.
perspective?
It's not hard. For example, I could say being a man to me. Being a man
It
to
ain't
me.
hard because it ain't hard for him.
Nah, it is. No.
Okay.
No.
Let me listen
You know
to
what?
your example. I want to hear
You
your
know what?
example.
Okay. Since you said that little smart ass comment, I'm gonna keep it a G
Give us
with
an
you.
example. Tell us. Yeah.
Since you said that little smart ass comment about being a man is easy. First
No, I
off,
didn't say
That's
that
not
was
what
easy.
she said.
what you said just now then.
You said that the question was easy.
Yeah,
The question is
it's
easy.
not
That's
to
what
us.
she said. I mean,
The question is easy. Like, okay, for example, like this is why. Okay, not trying to be funny. No disrespect to any of you, or whatever. But if you take it the wrong way, I don't give a fuck neither. But I said no disrespect. There's different communities out here. So when I say it's different communities, in our day, I'm dead ass though. I don't care or whatever. But I said no disrespect. In our day of age, what we see women and we see men. Mm-hmm. We see more of men coming out of the closet and wanting to be women, and we got some women.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. We see more men nowadays in our generation coming out of the closet, wanting to be women or saying that that's what they choosing. So they cutting off products. There's women who's adding products or whatever, chin hair, taking certain type of pills. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, that's why I said like in the proposed question, what does being a woman to you mean? So for me, as an example, being a man to me is probably the most beautiful and greatest thing God could have given and created for me. Reason I say that in a sense because I really do like the leadership part. I've been surrounded my whole life around. I've been surrounded by a lot of men that like to lead. Now, granted, I will keep it a G with you. There are different versions of leading.
Absolutely.
There's a positive version and there's a negative version.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my niggas. Second,
No.
here's
all of them.
here's the thing. I shout out to all of my niggas. You wanna know why? Because in my opinion, if you don't see what's good or what's fucked up, not what's bad, what's fucked up.
Yeah.
If you don't see what's good and what's fucked up, you can't determine the fine line between the two
This is true.
when you're progressing as a man. So for me, or whatever, as you can see, I've been around my grandfather my whole life, or whatever. I fuck with my grandfather, or whatever. My grandfather is what, in my definition, I don't care what nobody say, the idea of a man, or whatever.
Okay.
That's the type of nigga,
It's
like,
really good that you have that role model though, because a lot of people don't.
and that's the thing. That's what I said. You got to find the fine line between
Yeah.
what's fucked up and what's not fucked
Right.
up. And the thing is too, you have a lot of men who, some of them that actually do have a grandfather in their life, and they don't be bad, but they still choose to do fucked up things, or vice versa, or whatever. Some that don't have their grandfather or a male figure in their life,
Right.
and they still decide to do fucked up things. But you also have a batch of niggas who actually choose to, hey, I'm going to do the right thing, or I want to do the right thing because I don't want to create the same cycle of what I've already been into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Or whatever. So for me, because I seen my grandfather and everything he did or whatever,
Yeah.
and then also everybody else that underlined behind him, so all my uncles or whatever. I'm going to say even the man my mom chose or whatever to marry and love and all that stuff or whatever too. That nigga 100% smartest nigga I know in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Don't get me wrong. Every man has a flaw. Or whatever. Every man has a flaw. So, for me to see every bit, part, and piece of what all of my family members went through or whatever, in a sense, I can never be upset or not proud to say that, hey, whatever you went through, I learned from it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, whether unfortunately you had to go through it
Right.
or whatever, but nonetheless you still showed me that maybe this is something you probably don't want to do or whatever, because this is what I went through and I had to experience or whatever. So to me, being a man, leadership, taking care of your family or whatever, ideally making shit happen, I love that shit. It's hard because a lot of things as a man that's hard. Is, I ain't gonna hold you, the biggest part is vulnerability and emotions or whatever.
Oh my gosh, because so many men feel that way.
I ain't gonna hold you. I could be sitting here right here in front of you, and I could be like, yo, I'm good, I'm straight, but in my mind I'm really fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really fucked up, but I can't. On a certain scale, when I say I can share and express, maybe to, and I ain't gonna hold you, I'm not the type of nigga to share and express with like even other niggas or whatever too, or whatever. Well, first I don't, like I said, there's a couple niggas I might talk to, but I don't have that type of relationship where like I'm gonna tell you everything I'm going through.
Right.
That's just me. But at the same token, I might share a thing or two with a couple people, whatever. But I'll share it, and that's just always me. I'm gonna share some shit in a joking matter or whatever, because sometimes I can't bear to
say it, and it's real, and it's,
and let alone like sit in the pain or whatever.
yeah.
Like let alone sit in the pain or whatever, because some niggas is just not some niggas ain't gonna understand it, or whatever, because every nigga is different, ideally, but also in the same sense too. Now this is the unfortunate part with women. Women, I feel like you give them an inch of like vulnerability or emotion.
They ain't gonna take them out.
Nah, I ain't even take them out or whatever. You the bitch ass nigga for the rest of her.
Okay, no.
Okay.
You the most. Nah, I'm not.
Women,
I'm
you
never
need to
going to.
clarify.
Okay,
I'm never
because-
going to change that opinion.
All right.
But you are the
So,
most.
Can I just say though?
Hold on, wait. Let me finish.
Okay, all right.
Let me finish. You the
All right,
most
you
bitch ass
drag
nigga ever in her mind. You told her.
Don't do it. Can we talk? Is it our
You
turn?
tell her, babe. Babe, I just really don't like this job no more. I really don't want to go to work no more.
Yeah, no.
And you a bitch. And instantly, you a bitch ass nigga. You don't never like to work. You damn. I bet you just see me pull 60 hours every week now. Now I'm a bitch ass nigga because this week I don't want to go to work. Don't get that bitch. Don't listen. Don't get that bitch. No type. Don't get that bitch. No type of inch of emotion.
Stop.
That's Khadijah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Listen.
no, that was the old you.
Oh
That
my
was the
gosh,
old
no.
you.
Okay, right. No.
You cannot give a woman an inch of emotion.
All right,
Cause
so-
she,
No,
that
soon
was
as she
dragging
find out,
it.
she like, ooh.
All right, so what I will say-
you bitch ass nigga.
What
Okay.
I will say
Okay.
is that a lot of men feel the way that you do. Like I
That
just,
shit real.
Not
Yeah.
alone.
I just had this conversation with this guy who pretty much said like the same thing. Like once you're vulnerable to a woman, she never sees you the same way. But I also
You keep that shit
have
inside.
to say, all women are not like that.
I will agree. All women ain't like that or whatever.
But I mean, that's just, I get it. And like knowing that more than one man feels that way. It's kind of like I, in my head, just don't even expect it. Like I don't expect men to be vulnerable. And like I want that, and I want them to like you can always be vulnerable with me. I'm not one to judge shit. I'm fucked up. But like I be vulnerable. But if that's not what you're gonna do, like I have to accept that because you're a fucking man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna
Just saying.
keep it real with you. Here's the thing though too. And probably this is why it goes back to like other like when women see like the vulnerability piece, they start judging you or whatever type shit. There are some women who have those male figures in their life who have probably never displayed or showed like the sign of like, okay, I am about to fold right now. There's some of those because there are men that they've been through shit and they have no choice but to fix it or whatever because of what type of generation not only they went through or whatever, but like obviously ideally problem solvers,
Right.
but what they just probably experienced as far as like I'm gonna say it go back to a different type of level, and I'm gonna say probably like more of like you know what I'm gonna keep it real. For black men, maybe even Latino men or whatever, but I'm gonna say the experience of like men in those generations of 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they experienced like that racial shit. So unfortunately for them, there was no emotion in regards to like I have to toughen this shit out.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, or whatever, whether I wanted to or whether I
My
didn't want to.
family can't see me weak.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, like the niggas I've always been surrounded by or whatever, them niggas, I can't. I can never tell you a moment that. I can never tell you outside of a funeral, probably, and maybe even at the funeral or whatever. I probably can't tell you a moment I remember seeing my dad cry, my grandfather cry, or whatever type shit. Can't even say that or whatever. Like ideally, like on some like oh, besides death, like this happened. I've never seen my dad cry like oh shit the mortgage. I mean well like rent due or the mortgage due or whatever. Like damn, we late or oh our you know what I'm saying like
Yeah.
shit like that. I seen my nigga like all right head down. He figured that shit out. Whether if it was an argument, I ain't gonna hold you. Relationships is a big toll or whatever between both parties,
Absolutely.
men and women.
Yeah.
That's a different type of emotion that pretty much like overtops everything. Fuck a bill or whatever. Like your emotion for a bill is like, shit. Either I can pay it or I got to figure out like it's
Yeah.
one of the two
Right.
or whatever.
That's either I can or I can't.
Yeah, I feel like love emotion. That's a different thing. I've never seen like with my dad like some bullshit that's happening or whatever. I've never seen a nigga begin to like cry or be upset. Well, I mean upset is different, but
Right.
I've never seen a nigga like weep or nothing like that in regards to like whatever argument or whatever disagreement or whatever
Yeah.
transpired between him and my mom or whatever, ideally. Like, that's what I mean, like, tough niggas or whatever.
Right.
I've been around tough niggas. And,
Some niggas just be playing tough though.
I ain't gonna hold you. I see,
But I ain't. That's
I'm
I'm
a-
a conversation. That ain't what you talk about right now.
Nah,
so I just had to
nah-
slip that in there though.
I ain't gonna hold you. Some niggas be playing tough, but if you, see, the thing is this. Girls, I feel like y'all got a different type of spidey senses. Like, y'all just read the fucking room so fucking different. I feel like some of y'all know and understand that the nigga that's portraying the image, and then there's nigga that really is the image. Like he's
Yes.
speaking on or whatever.
You always could tell the difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
no, I can't say always.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Some women can't tell.
Hey, that's their choice. Don't read the room. That's your fucked up problem. You know what? We're not gonna go there though, or whatever.
Some people
because
don't got that gift. I hate to say it. Some people are literally just surface level. They're not that deep.
you know what?
But I got two things I,
just
need
feel
to
like
say.
they don't want to be.
Because they're not in touch with themselves.
Right.
I got two things I need to say. I think we need to bounce back to the fact that you mentioned something about men turning into women and women turning into men. I shouldn't laugh because I don't judge anybody. I love people for who they are. I think it really comes down to the feminine. I can't even fucking talk today. Femininity. Whatever.
Femininity.
Yes.
Feminism?
Whatever. And masculinity. Is that like...
Femininity and masculinity.
And yes, I really think now everybody's definition is different of what that could be. But I think that's really what it turns into when people decide they don't want to be themselves and they want to change to the other gender, is that their version of femininity and masculinity is different, or they prefer one over the other. Now, what their definitions are or what they grew up around is on them. It all stems from childhood. But I really wanted to just touch base on the fact that I never really had, okay, this is going to be mean to say, so I hope nobody really see this for real, but
I don't give a fuck.
it wasn't,
You either a real
I
nigga
mean,
or you a bitch
people
ass nigga.
Yeah, people I grew up
It's only
around,
one of the
like,
two.
There was never a positive male role model around. I would honestly say the men who were actually gay and feminine anyway. But for the one man that I can think of would obviously be my dad, and he wasn't even perfect. Like, he was able to be vulnerable enough because we were his children, and he was
That's
an
different.
honest man. I'll give him that. But mainly because he had girl children, right? Because he like, oh shit, I can't, let them fail. But I think the biggest thing is that there wasn't like an example of healthy like masculinity around me. So immediately when I know that like right is right and wrong is wrong, right? It goes back to that. When I know you wrong, you soft, like you a bitch. Like, I just couldn't respect it. And my dad was really one of the only people who was at least like, I'm not perfect, but I'm honest. And he was also water sign. So he, it's a little bit of a different connection because he's in touch with his emotions. Right. He has that emotional intelligence. And I feel like some men don't ever develop the emotional intelligence to be able to communicate that part of themselves because of either how they were raised or because they focus on other parts of their life.
You said emotional intelligence?
Yes. Men aren't, some men cannot read the room.
Let me go, okay.
Okay, I also got one more thing before you
Go ahead.
start.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go ahead or whatever.
ready.
But when you say the emotional intelligence or whatever, There's a reason why men can't read that, and I'm gonna
I can't wait for
elaborate
you
on
to
that.
tell us as a woman
Sure.
because that's crazy town. Um, I think the other part of it too is like some people's version of being a man is way different than yours. Like I applaud you for how you feel. I'm glad you had at least one role model and a couple others. It's almost like seeing what you shouldn't be and what you should be, and you know you chose your own route. I really think that like some men don't have that too, so then they just grow up to be a product of whatever they're around.
Yeah, product environment.
Yes.
I mean,
That's all I wanted to say.
with that part, I would say that goes into like growing into being your own man. You have to make your own decisions. Obviously, whatever bed you make, you lay in it.
Yes, and you clean that shit up.
And every man obviously every man glorifies different things too. But what I will say is this: there are, I mean, I ain't no other way to keep it real, but there are, there are, there are. I can't even say men. Like there are niggas. There are niggas who are afraid to be themselves.
Yes.
That's more of the problem. There are men who are afraid to hear what other men say or judge them by or whatever. Like for example, like obviously I played an instrument with y'all in fucking elementary school. I chose not to continue to play the instrument in high school because I thought other niggas was gonna pick on me or whatever. No funny shit. I swear to God.
Tisk.
That's why I never went. I said fuck it. I gotta focus on hoops or whatever. I'm not saying I can't do both, but I'm like shit. I probably can't do both. Them niggas probably gonna pick on you because you play a clarinet or whatever. I'm like, damn, niggas call me Squidward. Like, nah, I can't do that shit or whatever. Swear to God, though. But that was my thought. You gotta think about it. You're 12 years old.
No, I get it. I get what you're
And
saying.
and my thing is too or whatever. Shout out to all my cousins or whatever. I grew up around some real ass cousins or whatever. And the thing is, like, how all of our ages is like back to back or whatever.
Oh yeah.
There's some that's older that was able to like, you know what I'm saying, like show different things, like
Right.
or you know, because they got older friends or whatever.
Right.
Ideally, so certain shit with them or whatever, I was like, oh shit, yeah, nah, I can't do this or whatever. So that led to me ideally like I don't want to do that or whatever because I'm afraid that other people might judge me.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
At what age did you stop giving a fuck?
What age I stopped giving? I'm not gonna hold you. What age I stopped giving a fuck? I'm be honest with you. I don't think I ever gave a fuck. But
I mean,
You consider that.
you just said you ain't played the clarinet
Yeah. I'm just as far as like the instrument wise.
because you thought they was gonna pick on you.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
as
that
far
means-
as like that.
That means you gave a fuck about that. So at what point did you stop giving a fuck about what people thought of the things that you were interested in?
I think this might tie into like a whole bunch of shit. I think maybe. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you.
I would hope so.
I will say, yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. For me, I think the age that I said, you know what, fuck it. I don't have a choice. Well, I have a choice, but I don't have a choice. I feel like all eggs is in the basket. It's out of the basket. I gotta just figure it out at this point or whatever. I know it's a whole bunch of shit that I can do, and a lot of people don't know, have never seen or never experienced because I don't put it out there. Probably the age I had K or whatever, I began to realize like
That's real.
I ain't got shit up. Like I don't have nothing else to lose or whatever at this point.
Yeah.
Like my thing more so, and like I think other people don't realize it or whatever, and I'm starting to realize it for myself too, in a sense. Like I feel like niggas just like to be entertained.
That's fair.
So I'm probably gonna say like 24, it kicked in.
Yeah.
Because again, like with the music shit, it slowly progressed back or whatever. I remember like me, like starting to make beats or whatever shit again or whatever. That probably was like 20, 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
But that wasn't her. I got sent home from school, so that was why. But that's a different story. But that started at like 22, and then by 24, when she was born, well 25, when she was born at 24, like more was like, oh shit, I'm about to have a kid. That's what more so is like, fuck it, all eggs in a basket. Fuck, like, I got a whole bunch of confidence. I know I do, but fuck these niggas or whatever. Like, I gotta go for it or whatever. Everything just started coming out like from there, ideally. But
I love it.
That's really that. Emotional intelligence. What you said for a man?
I think we need to pause.
Why?
Because while you was talking, it really came to me that like I think that's why I'm so. I don't want to say it's like an obsession, but like I'm so deep into it when it comes to men and vulnerability, whatever.
Vulnerability.
Yes, because like you said, sometimes it takes like a big ass wake up.
How do you say vulnerability in
to,
Spanish?
I don't fucking know. Ask a real Puerto Rican. Like I don't talk Spanish. I
Oh,
did
my
not grow
fault.
up.
Yo soy, yo soy.
I was hanging around y'all.
I think real Spanish.
Yeah.
Like I was,
say that like she not.
I lived there, but I was around y'all families.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
Also, my mom did not like
Me
Spanish
gusta
food
el
after my dad.
pollo y arroz.
Sure did not.
I'm done. That's why like I knew that was an issue at a young age because it's like why men is scared to be like sensitive or emotional or like express themselves. I hated the whole like tough bad boy, keep your head up. Like those the men I really wanted to smack in the face because why you acting like that? You are a human being. So growing up after seeing all them kind of images, for me it really like struck a nerve. Like something's wrong with men. We gotta figure out like why it's okay for women but not okay for men.
This goes into the emotional intelligence. Okay.
Let's go.
There's a breakdown. There's a lot of niggas out there I know who probably will say there's some shit I've never experienced or whatever. Unfortunately, I feel like I can say this because I've actually experienced both sides.
Okay.
Or whatever. When a man is raised by a single mother.
Okay.
When you're raised by a single mother, and I say that obviously with a single mom, my mom is different. I can tell you that I've never seen my mom bring no other man, at least while I was at the crib. No, my mom never brought another man to the crib besides the same nigga that's there now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can 100% say kudos to her and congrats to her. Whether she was doing some other shit or she wasn't, I don't know. That's her business, and I don't give a fuck. With her, when you got a single parent, and obviously, like, for most guys who probably can relate to this, you might see some shit where your mom might be dating, your mom might not be dating or whatever, and then in a sense, she might bring a man home, she might not bring a man home or whatever, ideally. So, think about that type of traffic, and then you got to think about what type of man it is, too, or whatever. But in the same, bless you, in the same sense or whatever, you got to think about what type of personality this mother has. So whatever type of personality this mother has, obviously, in a sense, creates an emotional intelligence for what her son only knows. So when I say that, let's say you have a mom who's always been fucking tough all her life or whatever. So she, has no choice but to like be the man and the woman in a sense for this son. Whatever, because in a sense it could be you don't know what the situation is. Maybe the son's dad died. Maybe the son's dad is incarcerated. I was like, maybe the son's dad said, "Fuck it, I don't want to be around a nigga in general," or whatever. So unfortunately, whatever she experienced and what type of emotion that she experienced, now she obviously probably passing it down to her son or whatever in a sense or whatever, and that creates like I would say for most young men out here. That sense of emotional intelligence where you only know what your mom taught you versus now, like I said, split. I've seen both or whatever. I seen my mom when she was just single or whatever and alone. And then I seen when my mom was married and my mom still is married now or whatever. I seen how my dad is with my mom. And with that for men, I feel like in a sense, when your mother's married, now this goes into, it could be a split in between that too. When I say a split, like sometimes they're good marriages and then sometimes there are bad marriages. So I feel like in the same sense, like as a dude, yeah, your mom is married now, but you still ideally might see the same idea of like single mother.
Right.
Because your mom is married, but it don't seem like it. Put it like that. It don't seem like it or whatever. Ideally, and then based on whatever shit that like y'all are experiencing like within that household, that ties into it. So, in a sense, when you have a father, well, it may not be. That's another thing. Some niggas when they get like a stepdad, they be like, "That ain't my fucking dad" or whatever, like type. And I understand that. I respect it or whatever too, type shit or whatever. But I'm gonna be the nigga to say this. Your real father probably ain't shit or whatever. Let's just take it there. Your real father probably ain't shit or whatever. At least the nigga that's in the household is trying to help out. Because there be some niggas that get nice or decent or good stepdads. And don't get me wrong. Your father might be everything to you. I'm not taking nothing away from your father or whatever in a sense. Because what your dad teach you is what your dad teach you. What he invest in you is what your dad invest in you. But at the same token, when the stepdad come in, he making a commitment to his wife, your mom, to say in a sense that, okay, if you want me to be here, I'm going to be here for your children, your son, too as well.
Right.
You can't teach him how to be a man, and I'm not his dad. But at the same token, I can teach him, or I would like to teach him something if he allows me to.
Right.
Or whatever. And that's probably the problem in a sense or whatever. Some people get off on the wrong foot between the stepdad and the dad because the son, or maybe it might be the dad too or whatever, ideally, and don't know who corrupted the situation.
Yeah.
Where they don't allow the relationship to be what it can be or whatever. So in my experience or whatever, obviously like I said, my parents are still married in a sense. What I've experienced as far as like emotional side between both parties now, I said earlier, I've never seen that man stress about a bill, cry about a bill, worry about a bill, even if there's some shit he couldn't pay or whatever. I seen my niggas selling CDs at Tops on Upper Falls trying to figure out, okay, maybe I can't find no job right now or whatever, but I'm going to try to figure out what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, like, the emotional intelligence. Exactly. So you got to, like, it ain't, this is, I may not know how to get money in all other aspects because I only know what I know. But if I know this is a decent, legit way for me without selling drugs or blah, 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 or whatever, I'm going to do what I can or whatever. Even though piracy was a big thing back in the day, it still is now. But my nigga was selling CDs like, yo, I got these or whatever, 3 for $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what
I respect a hustler no matter what.
Yeah.
I respect a hustler because you have to do what the fuck you gotta do. Nobody's gonna sit there and do it for you.
I respect the hustler in the aspect if it's not underhanded. Like, I'm not saying just because you gotta get it by any means necessary.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in getting it by any
means.
means. Absolutely, you have to have morals.
I don't care what it is. He could be doing the hot dogs.
I'm saying?
Do what you gotta do.
You have to do what you have to do.
Don't start this shit with these nigga on the grill on Saturdays.
He
He can't get on the grill on Saturdays.
Stop, because I got a question.
What's up?
I was just thinking about something.
Okay, what
But
you got?
like, so, say you get a girl pregnant, right? And you tell her you don't want the baby.
Okay.
And she keep the baby. And you don't want no parts of the baby. She said, what about it?
Right.
You don't want no parts because you asked her. I mean, you told her you did not want this kid, right? I'm just curious.
You taking it there?
Yeah.
This is going around right now anyway.
I'm taking it there. Who's wrong? If he's not a part of that kid's life.
The mom.
You want me to answer that?
Duh. The fuck?
Okay.
I love your answer, by the way.
I got more to say, but I'm gonna let him answer.
I know. I was just
From
going to say
male perspective.
because...
Do you want to think about it?
I know my answer, but
Okay, go ahead.
you want to explain or you want me to hold off?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. Split answer for me.
You and these damn split answers.
Because like I see like I'm a double like I'm probably like
I don't want to see both sides. I want to know What is
Like,
your?
That's the problem. That's me. Like I see both sides. Like I'm not. That's that's my problem on certain shit. I see both sides, or whatever. And the reason why I say this in a sense because like okay, granted, I seen the fact that yeah he don't want the baby because maybe y'all was just having a good time. Y'all was just fucking or whatever. I get that or whatever, but also at the same token, my grandfather always told me. Nigga, if you party at night, you get your ass up and go to work the next morning. Some niggas might be like, what the fuck does work gotta do with that?
No, I get it. That shit makes sense. That shit makes some sense right there.
So that's how I see it.
Take care of your business.
Yes.
I see how the fuck he would say that shit. But also at the same token, I see where the nigga be like, I was just having fun. Yeah, like, I get it. So, yeah, she could be wrong in a sense, too. Because, like, we both have to mutually agree on this. I mean, well, and that's the thing. I hate that or whatever because some girls is gonna be like, I ain't gotta agree with a motherfucker about
it's
about
my body.
It's
No,
but he made
because
okay.
then you mad. You mad when you taking care of that fucking child by yourself, and now you talking shit. And it's like, no, you put yourself in that situation.
Like, he agreed
because he told you he didn't want that fucking kid.
Yeah.
So why did you have it?
And he agreed to lay down, but I mean,
I just
okay.
That's so fucked up because I know so many people that's in that fucked up situation.
Nah, I mean it is what it is because
it is what it is. But
if you really got to think about that though, you can't because at that point, all right, because now that you've had this baby and this man told you he didn't want this baby and now this man is not a part of your life, are you gonna call him a deadbeat? Because how do you call him a deadbeat? Okay. You knew before having the child that he didn't want this kid.
That's
so now that you had this kid, you're expecting something different. That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
She's looking for love like it's February.
She better find somebody else. Get somebody else to do it.
So I'm with Shy on that. It's definitely split because it's like don't fucking lay down and not use protection or try
absolutely.
If you know you don't want no fucking child out of this situation,
I get that.
Really, but at the same time,
accidents happen.
There's that
accidents.
That could be.
How you accidentally come?
Condoms can pop.
You not accident. I don't care what no man say.
I know when I'm gonna come, I'm gonna pull out kind of.
No man, I don't care what nobody. No, see, men probably be using that excuse too. That's some bullshit.
I was more so seeing like the condom broke.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like or
first of all, something
like that. I just
them condoms is not breaking. Them bitches is elastic. Or that. Well, you know what? You're right. It might break if she is dry. It might break.
That is a thing.
It might break if she
or
is dry.
if the condom's too small.
Nah.
Okay, I just have to say, coming from the experience of my first child.
Disturbing.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna take it there with you.
I'm
not gonna take it because that's that's kind of wild. Like he said, tells if the condom too small.
Like you need to know your size, please.
It's.
What about when they get big ones just trying to show out? Like,
please buy the correct condom sizes.
Really, yeah,
because there you go. Because what if the condom too fucking loose? There you go.
Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that. Niggas don't. You don't walk. You can't walk in no fucking it's like not sneakers. You can't walk in those stores and say measure this shit like.
No, because there are men who know that they don't need Magnum condoms.
Yes, and just want to XXL. Just want to get them shit.
There are men who know they don't need them condoms. They know they don't.
Listen.
Why did you pull that out?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I'm not saying that.
Take
it back.
No, I'll put it back and then take them back. Put that shit back.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get y'all off topic. That shit happened to y'all before? And nigga pulled up with a
what? Too small condom?
No, too big.
Too big condom?
Nigga pulled up with a too big on you.
Like,
nigga pulled up.
That hasn't happened to me.
Nigga pulled out the too big.
It hasn't happened to me. But
hey, you a little too quiet. Why you quiet? You like, damn, this drink gone.
Because oh my god, no, okay, never mind.
Because that's really how it be. Like, what the fuck? Why would you get that?
So you got hit with the two.
Definitely too big. Like, why you got that? And you a grown ass man at that. But I'm gonna shut up on that. I just wanted to make a comment to say, as a woman, my first child, me and my kid's father were not together. Do you remember that?
Yes.
We were sitting there like, we doing this?
Yes,
We
I
just
remember
getting
that.
started. Hold on.
Like, what's happening? We doing this?
We definitely were not together, and then I found out after the fact that he had a girlfriend at the time. So it was probably not a good choice to keep Liddell. But I will say, as a female, like, if a dude tell you what side he on, I think you just got to take that with a grain of salt with your decision. So for me, I was definitely the female that was like, this is my fucking body. Like, if I'm okay, like, this where I'm at, I don't feel comfortable getting that kind of surgery done to remove a child. And I really didn't believe in it, like, if we're gonna be honest. So for me, it was like, oh, this is your bed, you gotta lay on it. And I really was in the mindset that I was gonna be raising Liddell alone.
Yeah.
He ended up changing his mind later, but I definitely was okay with the fact that
I do remember that.
I decided to keep it and that I was gonna take care of it. So I think, as a female, there should be no like, oh, he a deadbeat, all that. Like, girl, he's a sperm donor at this point. This is on you. You decide to keep it. He don't want to be involved. So I just think females who think that is crazy. That's like manipulation and all types of shit. But
I ain't gonna hold you.
Weird. That shit is weird.
That's crazy.
I would never be able to keep a baby that somebody told me didn't have. You don't. No.
Oh, look, you got okay. Look at it like this.
Nope.
Damn. You said no. You gotta look at it like this. Like, that might be their only chance in life. That might be the only chance. It got to depend on what the situation it is. Yeah.
So you wouldn't be okay with being a single parent if you decided you wanted the baby?
No.
Okay. That's real. I respect that.
No. And I can honestly say that simply because I am not with my child's father now. And I didn't expect that life for her.
I mean, none of us
because
do.
I grew up, my parents split when I was 13, you remember? And like, that shit took like a really big toll on me. Like, it kind of, I
never knew that.
At like that age in my life, at 13, I just turned a teenager, like getting ready to start high school. Like, that shit is a lot. And so my parents splitting up, that was a big change. I never wanted that for my daughter, to like not have both of her parents in the house. And I mean, she's 6 and she even says it now, like she doesn't like that, me and her dad are in the same house. So moving forward, no, I'm not having a kid. And I can't do that.
I can respect
I
that.
feel like both parents need to be present. And they need to want to be present when you're raising a child. I don't think you have to be together, no. But I would like us to be in a household. Absolutely.
What you mean?
So no, I'm not.
So what you saying? Like, you would want y'all both to like live together?
Yeah, like I want us to be a family. Like I want to, a family would be nice. I ain't saying I gotta get married, but like a family would be nice, I guess. I don't want to be a fucking single mom for forever.
I think that
not that I got a problem with it, because like I'm chilling and me and my daughter, we be chilling. So
it's a lot different for y'all. So
I know, and she definitely does still have both of us, but I just feel like I'm not gonna just intentionally bring someone into the world knowing that they're not gonna be able to access the other half of them.
For sure.
I agree with that. At this age, I have to be honest with you though. My first son, I was 20 years old.
I remember.
And I grew up in a Hispanic family, household.
No, I know.
Like nobody was ever
exactly.
So for me, I never even thought
it was normal, right?
Yeah,
it was normal.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I wanted marriage and all of that, but when I was making a decision about if I wanted to keep it, or not, it was more of like, are you about to do this? Like, are you about to get it done, or are you gonna?
I remember because we were trying to figure that shit out.
Like so many nights in the car, it's crazy.
I would have never let you do it alone anyway.
I love that for you.
I definitely wanted to do it though.
I mean, okay, so. I'm sorry. All right, because.
You remember at that one point?
Because listen. Because you definitely could have. But,
Our old friend.
I got another question. What is trash pussy?
Yo.
Like, what? Okay, what makes it trash? And so, like, I'm asking this question. I'm asking. Okay, because
director's couch.
all right, I'm asking this question because we were talking about okay.
I never cared to know.
All right, so here,
you
listen.
might want to know.
Okay.
Now, I just want to be very clear. I've never been told I have trash pussy. I know that might be too much for y'all, my brother, my best, I know. But I just want to make it clear that has never been anything that I have ever had a problem with. So, now, moving on. Having a conversation with a friend of mine, I won't say who, but I was having a conversation, we were talking about how, women really don't want men to be, like, honest about shit and stuff like that.
No, they do not.
And, they just kind of we started talking, and he just went into how, some women have trash pussy.
Sure.
I was just like...
Yeah, definitely break down what that is, because it could mean so
many
things.
Well, exactly. And so for me, I was like, I don't even, and it's just like, I don't know what that.
He is so ready for you to
like. My experience is not that experience, so like I don't know what that means, and I want to know.
Would you be able
to
explain what trash dick is after he says it?
I can. Know? I mean, from my experience.
Yeah.
But like only from my experience.
That's why we need more than one opinion. But
right.
Okay. I'm getting what you're saying.
I'm listening though.
Every nigga's different, but in my opinion, even good pussy could be trash pussy. Now
you gotta elaborate.
I'll elaborate that second. Trash pussy, for the definition, in my opinion. Trash pussy. Now, again, niggas gotta understand this too, whatever. Because I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna speak on it from both sides, or whatever. But niggas tend to skip foreplay. You have to engage in foreplay. See, and the niggas that understand that you have to engage foreplay, that's where you're going to begin to maximize all of the opportunities from there. You have to kiss her. You have to touch her. You have to get her. You got to get her pre-Little Caesars. You got to get her pre-hot and ready. You got to get that. You got to turn. You got to listen. You got to get her pre. You got to get that. Caesars. You got to get that.
I didn't know where
you got to get that pussy.
I did. As soon as he said Little Caesars,
you got to get that pussy pre-Little Caesars. Cause you got to think about it. You know how you go in Little Caesars, you just get the pizza. It's already ready. Nah. You know how the niggas go in the back when you get the other pizza that you want from scratch? They gotta put the toppings on it. They gotta spread the sauce. They gotta throw it in the oven. You see how much time that take before you get to it being ready?
Exactly. You gotta take the time.
It's pre-hot and ready versus ready. You gotta take your time, man. You can't just go in there and be like, yeah, dick hard, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? You can't do all that. Kiss her, touch her. You know what I'm saying?
No, they really do, and they think that shit is fine.
Yeah.
No,
nigga, it's not, or whatever. Listen, you got to do a whole bunch of shit or whatever. You can't just drop your drawers and be like, yeah, suck this dick, like right now. Like, you can't do all that. That's what most niggas be thinking or whatever. Because I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes you be wanting to skip. Sometimes you be wanting to skip all the romance shit and get right to it. I understand that, but sometimes you got to jump back into it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, to keep going forward, maximize the opportunity or whatever from there. Carrying it forward or whatever. Now, if you a nigga that maximize the opportunity, here's what a trash...
did all that and now it's going to be considered trash?
No, here's the problem or whatever. Because, as every nigga might describe it different. Every woman has a different type of waterfall. Let's go with the simple term.
Okay.
Every woman has a different type of waterfall. And that's the thing. Some niggas gotta understand this too. A waterfall to a nigga that had, unfortunately it's true, a waterfall to a nigga that might have had a bunch of girls versus a nigga that just had one or two, or this their first time, is gonna be different. So they also gotta realize that as well. Between women and then men too. You know what I'm saying? So carrying forward with that or whatever, the waterfall or whatever. If you maximize all the opportunities, you get to the waterfall piece. Now here's where the trash pussy technique I feel like comes into play. Um, Obviously the experience. Everybody has a different type of experience. You have those who ain't no other way but to say it. Those that only get fucked, and versus some that do the fucking.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Now those that only get fucked or whatever, obviously that mean there's not much you doing or whatever. So you ain't got that many tricks in the bag. Like you just on your back or you on your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pillow pussy. Like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you, it ain't much happening to it or whatever. But that's the thing that ties into that. If it ain't much that you not doing, so you just getting fucked for the most part, and the waterfall not matching that or whatever too.
Okay. Yep.
The level of excitement, but also again, that goes back to the foreplay piece. If the man is providing that level of excitement. If you not providing that level of excitement, you're not going to maximize the opportunity, obviously. But also, that goes into other categories that niggas be like, that shit was trash. Okay. Is your dick big enough for her? Is it the right key in the lock? There's a whole bunch, like, that's the thing.
Because, like, growing up, you think that, like, trash is like, oh, she was too loose, like...
And that's the problem. No. And that's the... No.
Hold on, because I thought
that
women...
is the problem. Niggas don't understand that, too.
No, they don't. Because...
If she's... and that's the thing. Most niggas don't understand that. If she's relaxed, it's not that it's loose. It's not loose. She's comfortable. Exactly. She wants that or whatever. When you get that tight shit, yeah, she want that. But when you get, I mean, it's nothing wrong with tight coochie or whatever, however niggas want to describe it. But in my opinion, I feel like that type of shit, you gonna have a hassle with that shit. It's not gonna be simple and easy. Like every 2 strokes, ow, or ooh, that hurt, or she don't have the experience like that or whatever.
And it's considered trash.
Yeah, no, she not running, my nigga. She's just never been in this type of ball game. There's a difference or whatever. So you got to figure out and maximize like the two difference or whatever too. Pull your shit closer to you too, or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good, but you got to maximize like the opportunity from the get go or whatever, so that the shit don't be trash or whatever. So
really, it's what you make it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the pussy is really what you make it or whatever. But at the same token, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, if you go in there and you did everything, like I'm not gonna hold you. Like you went in there, you kissed on her, you touched her, you sucked titties, you even ate some coochie, you ate some ass or whatever, and that shit was trash from the get go. Listen, you maximize all options. There's not too many options that you can, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't be upset if it's like, nah, that shit didn't really please me or whatever ideally. It's honestly, truth be told or whatever, it's just like, it's the overall experience. And I think with niggas, like, niggas just, like, they talk the whole overall experience. Like, the head game could be trash or whatever. Sometimes they separate the two, be like, nah, the box was okay, but the head game was immaculate. So we combine it together or whatever. We're going to give it a raw overall score of a 7 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit like that or whatever. Right. You know, they taking the ELA elective with it.
But okay, all right.
But for real though, like, yeah, okay. It's really it's based off like, niggas don't like lazy pussy. So it's just that's really I would probably would say like, in a sense, like, if it's
okay, so they want you to get your ass up and do something.
I ain't gonna hold you, like, Nick. See, listen. It's only 1 or 2 things that's gonna excite a nigga or whatever, and it gotta be either A. I ain't gonna hold you. This is what's gonna excite a nigga off the rip, but also there's some, not all. When I say some, I mean a small pool. I say like maybe 20 to 30%. Some niggas 20-30% don't like head probably or whatever. But for them other 70 to 80, if your head game is crazy, them niggas is like, nah, I'm keeping her around or whatever, like sexually. That right there, that's it. I ain't gonna hold you. Do that. How they do that double that? Listen, I put in the song. Listen,
Stop.
Double twist spit head assassin. That shit right there. That get your bill paid. That get your bill paid. Double twist spit head assassin. That get your bill paid.
Not that get your bill paid.
Yeah, that get your bill paid. Double twist spit head assassin. That get your bill paid. That get me asking you what you doing every 2 seconds or whatever. How's your day? You want flowers? Can't like that type of shit might. You know what I'm saying? If you there's a difference. You just double twist spit and combo but you an assassin with it. Like you taking my soul and you taking it to the cloud. Yeah. What you doing? Or right. How's your day going? But then the box or whatever. Like besides that, they want a bit like to get in the bedroom and do some fucking tricks or something or whatever. Do some work. Get on the shit and do your squats or whatever. Like don't you be in the gym doing your squats. This what your squats is for. Do that shit or whatever. You know, that's what niggas want you niggas don't want to always do all the fucking, but
I do think it literally could just also be that, like you said, it's the wrong key for the hole.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
It's the wrong.
And not only that, just like energy
wrong key for the hole.
There's some men that just don't want to do certain shit that the women want to do, and sometimes you just be like, okay, well you ain't giving me what I want.
Yeah.
You know.
Some niggas ain't eating butt or whatever. It's different. Like. Some niggas, you know what's crazy? You got girls out here that's eating ass.
That's crazy as fuck.
I'm not gonna hold. Yeah, that shit is wild to me.
That's
whatever.
That I would never be.
That shit is wild to me.
I cannot see me putting my face in a man's ass. That sounds
I just saw
wild
a TikTok
as
of a guy, like,
fuck.
Talking about how he was violated, and we thought that he was gonna talk about an experience where he was like, touched by a man or something.
Yeah.
This man said that the girl was doing her business, and then next thing you know, like he was on the edge of the bed with his legs open, and she legit just threw his legs.
Oh no! No! Fucking way!
Didn't even give him a chance. That's crazy. Like
you did not lift his legs up like he was a fucking baby, and you was changing his. Like you did not lift his fucking legs in the air like he was the woman.
I'm not gonna hold you. If that shit ever happened to me, it's no other way. As a man, if a female do you like that, there's no other way but to punch her out straight. There's no. No. You ain't gotta kick her. You're gonna.
Kick that.
No. Yeah. But I'm like,
I just feel like you shouldn't even let her like.
He didn't let her. She took control.
She put
that nigga.
I can't lift your fucking leg up.
She put that nigga.
I don't want to hear that.
She put that nigga. Now, see, this go back to what we talked about last time. 5'7" niggas. He probably was 5. Was he 5'7"? 5'7", 170 probably. He got lifted. See, that's why girls don't be respecting y'all niggas or whatever.
Because short ones, right?
Because y'all 5'7", 170. And she 5'3", 165. Y'all 5 pounds off each other. Come on, man.
You can't lift me.
Yeah. She gonna do something bad to you. She did. She bent him over and licked his asshole.
I think that's such an underrated thing. Like when you're younger and you're welcoming yourself into sex.
Yeah.
Like I think it's important that somebody tells you to communicate what you like and don't like.
I also think that you won't know what you like and what you don't like if you don't.
Yeah, but if you know you don't like something, you definitely should say it though.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
We cool. Just don't do that. And then
you know the problem. Here's the problem. I feel like women don't like to talk about it because men like to get to it off the rip. Like men like to discuss it off the rip. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Obviously, it's a thing. If
next thing you know, yeah.
Like you meet a nigga 2 minutes ago, and they were like, yeah. What time we fucking tonight? Like,
yeah.
This is very true.
Crazy
and like,
town.
Because the thing is this: a nigga like unfortunately, a nigga don't want to waste his time with you if your box is trash. But
fair.
For great box, a nigga is gonna stick around. Okay. Whatever he gonna figure out everything else afterwards.
So here's my thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a great box, right?
Okay.
I'm not giving it to every fucking body.
Nah, that's the thing. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to give it to everybody.
Yeah, you could meet me and we could talk for 2 minutes, but I'm not fucking you. I don't know you.
But if you decide to fuck,
I don't know you.
First date.
I gotta get there.
First day is crazy.
It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there.
Listen.
No, stop.
Okay, let me ask you. No funny shit. All
Okay.
aside.
All right.
Your opinion on banging on the first date?
All right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, right?
She ready. Ready to talk.
Okay. We're adults.
Mm-hmm.
If this man, listen, fuck when you feel like it, right? That's how I feel, right? Fuck when you feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there needs to be like if you don't give a fuck about fucking on the first date, then fuck it. Like, that's fine, right? Like, you know, but if you want something more of the situation, right? I don't know if you should do it like on the first date. Because, like, my thought process is, oh, you're fucking everybody on the first date. So how many people are you fucking, right? Because, like, this is a date. It's the first date.
Women in the analytics.
You don't know this person.
Women and the analytics.
I mean,
you're not wrong, but women and the analytics. I get it.
So, like, I just feel like you have to know people before you just, like, allow them to enter into your body. Just a little bit. And I say this simply because, listen, can you listen to me, right?
I'm listening, but it's
so I had this little phase, you know. But, like, I fucked this dude, right? And then afterwards, like, I was having wild dreams. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was.
To mention you didn't know him like that.
Yeah.
So we know.
Right.
We clarified that.
I didn't know him. I didn't. I was just doing shit. He was short too.
Damn. You had wild dreams with a short king.
Listen. The dick was good. But anyway. Damn. Yeah. Girl.
Sorry for you.
But either way, no, it worked out just the way that it needed to. I was never gonna respect him.
5'7".
He wasn't even 5'7", bro.
Crazy.
He was my height. It was. I would have.
It was looking each other eye to eye.
It was never gonna work. It was never gonna work. But either way.
Hey, that nigga, listen, man.
Either way, yeah, no, I had like some wild ass dreams, like after
like
doing
evil,
that, like evil,
yeah,
like
an elephant.
No, like it was like some sick shit that I was, and I've never had dreams like that before, and I was like, this is fucking weird, and like I was like, yeah, I just can't let anybody enter me, cause like I don't know, what if like his spirit did some shit, and like now my spirit got that shit on me. I don't know. I just don't fuck everybody. So
you got 5'4" dick. My fault.
There's also another aspect to that. Like, I don't know. I feel like you said, like, you gotta know them a little bit. Like,
you gotta know them a little. Exactly. And that's another thing, though. Like if I'm so
attraction
right,
is cool,
so like
I don't know.
Like y'all had to been texting a little bit before you.
That doesn't mean that the vibe's there when you first meet.
Yeah.
It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there.
I think it should.
If it ain't get there, it should have been there beforehand. Obviously, you should have never went on a date then.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it was.
But it was a phase.
It had to. It had to been there a little bit. The reason I say that in a sense because I feel like this. Let me give you an example. Let's say you hypothetically waited on that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the dick was trash?
Not even that, but just think about the timeline. Think about let's say like, okay, you pulled the 90-day card. Let's say that. Dined you, the nigga, hanging out with Mr. Cooper, all that shit. It's been good times, good vibes. Mm-hmm. You said, you know what? Betty White, tonight is the night that you make me a woman.
Betty White, tonight is the night. Is crazy. Uh-huh.
And that nigga get in the room. and he make you feel like shit. He don't make you feel like a woman. He makes you feel like, what the fuck is this? You'd have thought back to what? I should have knew on that first date. I should have just fucked him at that opportunity
So
to find out first. That's how I look at it. You should just fuck them on the first date. That's my, but again, that's my opinion.
I don't think your opinion's wrong because I definitely understand what you mean.
Listen, as my great grandmother said, when you go buy your clothes, do you try your clothes on before you buy them?
No.
Hypothetically, you should. Okay.
That nigga said, yeah, I'm not trying anything on.
I'm not.
That nigga wait till she get to the house to try it on.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But that's the problem. So when you get to the house and it's the wrong size, then what? You should have tried it at the store, right?
But can we look at the other perspective?
Send that shit back.
You want a refund? You can't refund that though.
Yeah.
You can refund clothes, but you can't refund that.
This is very true.
Because you know what nigga gonna say? You can forgive me, but you can't unsuck this dick.
Yeah, really
Them niggas say that shit all the time.
Okay, well, I ain't sucking dick on the first date, for sure. So, that's definitely not. I ain't even got to worry about that.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm not sucking dick on the first date. And I like sucking dick. But I'm not doing it on the first date.
Yeah,
Like, that shit excites me, but, like, I'm not doing it on the first date. No.
Before he get to saying something crazy, I just want to mention.
I don't want to know what you do.
Yeah,
I don't want to know what you do.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
You know what?
All right.
It's okay. It's all right. You know what? You do your thing or whatever.
I just feel like
you got. Okay, yeah. You don't have no plastic cup, but we'll get you one.
Why do I need a plastic cup? I ain't drinking nothing.
No, I know. For the water.
Shut your ass up.
I'm fucking with you. But keep going.
But I don't know. I just feel
I
like
ain't
you
eating
said
ass.
like the 90 days and then it don't work out. Please don't. I would not talk to you. There's some things that like I can understand, but when you start talking like that, I'm watching how you drink.
Because
I'm like, them lips been
Do you think
ass
people-
in a bottle.
Do you think people breath stink because they be eating ass?
probably. I'm just trying to figure out like what in your like you. I'm just like why
Fresh out the shower might be
it's
something,
just like
but
why did you
fresh
Not for a
fresh
female.
butthole. It might that's
Not
different.
for a female.
I'm still just trying to figure
Fresh
out
butthole for a
like
female?
you was just
No.
like yeah let me lick his butt.
No, I mean that. I'm saying
his
like
legs up is crazy.
I mean, oh, that's funny. Nah, I mean that. I mean like for a man, like a man.
Oh.
Fresh butthole, like for a lady, like she
like okay.
Like
She
the
fresh
girl
out the
just got
shower.
out the shower.
fresh out the shower.
Okay,
fuck
so
it.
like
Listen, listen.
I only got okay.
Your mind go. Listen, when you off that drink, your mind go in places. You be like, fuck it. Oh my god.
Okay, because
Yes.
all right.
Male perspective. We can't.
Your mind do. You listen when you.
So
you off the,
I will say
they don't. I ain't gonna hold you. They don't lie when they say nigga get crazy off that drink.
I got my ass ate. and
See?
he was drunk as fuck.
See, you say he was drunk.
He was drunk as fuck.
Yeah, he said
I mean, I was drunk as fuck too, but I wasn't
Bubbles.
eating ass. I was very aware. I
Bubbles.
was not eating ass.
nah. We not expecting female. Well, there's niggas that expecting females
Listen,
out here,
and that-
but men shouldn't be expecting females. A nigga be like, all right, your turn. Like, what?
No, no. Oh my.
That nigga looked at you and said, ah, your turn. Your turn.
Oh my god.
That
I
nigga's
was
nasty.
moving so fast.
Yeah, it's over.
Like, you want me to do what? So,
That
no.
nigga
I
said,
just.
all right,
oh
your
my-
turn.
I just want to mention that you know, guys, that you can also teach somebody to be a better sexual partner.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's not forget that aspect because
Nah.
if you went 90 days already and it was trash, I don't know. I kind of feel like
You
you
still-
got to at least try and be like, okay, you're a good person here.
You sticking around to teach niggas how to be a better sexual
No,
partner?
sometimes they just don't know how to be.
No, that's not what I asked you. I
They
said
don't know how to
you.
please you.
Yes.
No, I'm
Or
asking.
they just used to a certain kind of female.
I'm asking you. You sticking around to teach a nigga how to be a better sexual partner for you?
Yeah, because I take it serious, like with my bodies too. Like I don't want.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, he's whack. Okay, on to the next. Like that become a.
I commend you, cause me, I want you to come delivered as a hoe.
Well, you got high expectations, and you better be able to meet them.
Yeah, listen, I want the hoe when I get to you. I don't want the church. Well, never mind. I don't want the first time or the second time. I want the hoe. I want you to be ran down to the ground. I want you to be a Honda when I get to you. I want you to be beat down.
So you want to turn a hoe into a housewife?
Who, me? No. Time
No. I'm just trying to figure. Listen.
You know what? Listen. You know what? Now that you brought that up,
I mean,
you know what? Let's talk about it. Since you brought that up, listen. I would. Yeah, I want a hoe in the bedroom.
I get that, but if it's okay, if the bitch was a hoe in the bedroom,
yeah, it's like, bitch, where you learn this from? Hold on.
Where the fuck you think she learned that shit from? Yes. The bitch had to be a hoe.
Well, I hope she wasn't making Sunday dinner for everybody.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe that's her specialty.
I need to choose my hoes right.
Exactly. Okay. You damn sure do. You gotta choose your hoes right. You gotta get to know these hoes.
That'd be the problem. You ain't getting to know them.
That'd be the problem.
First date, huh?
Fucking on the first date. And
at least
now
I knew.
You don't know these hoes.
At least I knew. Nah, you know what? You might be right. My mind might be clouded or whatever. It's a cloudy chance of meatballs in her eyes. So, my thing is this.
I take a really long time to fuck dudes.
You wait 90 days?
Sometimes more than that.
Damn, not the Grinch smile. Not the Grinch smile.
But I will say there are others who did not have to wait.
I'm not gonna argue that down. I feel like, in a sense, there are some who have the vibe off the rip.
Absolutely.
And you like, fuck it, I'm all in.
Listen.
And then there's some
because if he. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm okay.
Damn, I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a good segment. It's been a good time. I appreciate y'all showing up as always.
Of course.
I always enjoy my time with y'all.
Always.
Again, it's Director's Couch.
I'm gonna be back. Right.
Alright, quiet on the set.
Camera speed. Roll sound. Sound production, take one.